Starting to get tired. It's only Tuesday, so that's not a great start, but here we go. Back with the old beepy machine. And it's safe to say it was very difficult to get up this morning. Okay, let's get going. Good morning, everyone. Day 2 of fitness. And I'm tired. I was up till around about 11 o'clock last night doing homework for my promotional course with the army I have this weekend. So, you know, running out of steam already. It's only Tuesday. Trying to do 100 things at once. It's not getting easier. It's getting more difficult. So, pretty tired, pretty exhausted, but I'm going to get back into it. More fitness. We're back on the exercise machine, or the treadmill. Trying to get my fitness back. Morning from Newfoundland. I just recently traded in my truck for a truck that was from Newfoundland. And I realized that you guys have a lot of rust out there. Salting your roads and the sea with air and stuff. Doesn't go well for metal frames. I heard the new War Thunder update is out, yep. And I know it's got the Challenge 2 and some other really cool pieces of kit. And it's called Lock On, which is pretty neat, but again, I don't have time. I just don't have time to play it. As I said, I was up till about 11 o'clock last night doing homework for my upcoming army promotional course this weekend. I have pretty much just about every weekend now until June. I'm going to be working on my course. That's the pleasures of being a reserve soldier, is you only have time to do courses if you have a full-time job on the weekends. So therefore, you work your full-time civilian job all week, every day, and then on the weekends you go away and do more work in a totally different world. And it's hard, and it's a video I'm going to be doing in the near future of, you know, the balancing of military and civilian careers is not easy. It's really not. You know, especially when you're super passionate about the military and you want nothing more than to be back as being a full-time soldier and you can't. I don't know, it just gets tough. But yeah. I saw your workout vid yesterday and you only did curls. You should look into full body program. Yeah, like I said, I'm only starting small right now. I'm not going to come on stream and be this beast all of a sudden, because I haven't trained properly for a long time. So I'm starting small, getting bigger. So, you know, we're doing low reps, low intensity, working a lot of my cardiovascular on the exercise bike, and just taking a little step by step. You've also got to remember, as I just mentioned, that I work full time. I got a course this weekend, looking after my family. And fitness, although important, is getting dropped down on the priority list. I got so much other stuff to do, and there's just not enough time in the day. I try my best. I finish work. I start work at about 6 in the morning, 6:30 in the morning. I finish around 4:30. I get home, look after the kids, make them supper, get them to bed. By the time that's all done, it's around 7 o'clock. I've then got to prepare for my courses, my promotional courses that are on the weekends. So that takes a while, and yeah, you just lose a lot of mojo and energy at that point. You don't have the oomph to keep going. So, but it's okay. We'll keep with it. Ooh, one thing I will do is get a drink. I'll be right back, folks. Get some water. There you go, quick water break. Okay, back at it. Whew. Everybody's obsessed with the Spitfire picture. Mats, do you find reserves harder versus being a regular soldier because of time commitments? Yes. Oh my god, Salad, yes. Dude, I can't explain to you how hard it is being a reserve soldier. Look, being a Reg Force soldier is hard. I'm not saying it's not. It's really hard work. But that's all you have to focus on is being a soldier. You go to work, you do your job, and you go home. Or back to the block. And you don't get drunk all weekend. As a reserve soldier, you're doing two worlds, two jobs. So, like I said, you're working all week on your normal job, which is your main priority. It really is, because that's what's making your money. Being a reserve soldier doesn't pay you well. That's just being straight out honest. That being said, you still put just as much effort in as you can as a reserve soldier as you would at your full-time job. Especially myself, because I love the military, I love being part of it. So, you know, you do your week's worth of work for a civilian job, you work your guts off, and then you think, oh, you know, Wednesday night I've still got another job to do. And then especially when you're on courses like this one, which is my PLQ, or Primary Leadership Qualification, otherwise known as the JCLM for the British Army, which I've already done with the British Army, I'm doing it again with the Canadian military. It kills you. It's freaking hard because you don't get time off. And you know, I understand in the Reg Force you don't get time off either sometimes, but at least you have a break at points, some points. Whereas, you know, right now, this weekend just gone was the first weekend I've had off for almost a month and a half. That's tough, especially when you've got kids, you've got commitments. You know, my fitness is lacking because, and I keep making excuses up for fitness. I've got to stop doing that. I really don't have an excuse. I could always squeeze in half an hour here and there. I'm going to put that onto you folks too. Don't make excuses. You know, I'm listening to myself making excuses that I've got a course and my job and kids. You know, there's a lot of people out there who do a lot more than I do, and they seem to keep fit and do fitness. I'm only doing, say, half an hour a day, or half an hour each morning of fitness on my exercise bike right now with you guys. That's more than enough, you know? So there is really no excuse. I can squeeze half an hour of my time in to do this. Is it ideal? No. Is it burning me out? Yes. But it's a good thing. Fitness is good because, like yesterday at work, I was exhausted after my fitness stream yesterday. I was tired, but I felt good. Like the endorphins were there. When I went to work, I felt like my body was more energized. My brain wasn't, because I'm like mentally exhausted. But physically, I felt better, you know? So, you are weak. Thanks. So yeah, it's being a reserve soldier is not easy. And you know, I used to give reserves a hard time. But you know, I have a lot of respect for them now. You know, they may not be the best at what they do because they don't have the exposure or experience. But my God, they work their asses off to try and do what they can when they can. So I respect that, you know. How many full-time soldiers do you know who do their normal everyday job and then are told every weekend they have to go do more? There isn't. Rec Force soldiers don't do that. They work, they go home, and they rest. They go on exercises, sure. They go on deployment, sure. So do reserve soldiers. They just do it on weekends or in the summer. And the summer is normally when you, as a civilian, take your vacation. So, you know, if you've got courses that you need to do or have to do to promote in your course or in your career, summer's the only time you're going to get to do it. So you don't get vacation. And that's what happened to me last year, you know. I, as a reserve soldier, I had to do a course, and the course was in the summer. So I said, okay, let's do it. Spoke to my boss, he's like, sure, it's gonna be 4 weeks long. Taking 4 weeks off of my job is not practical. And he said, okay, you can do it, but you're gonna have to use vacation too. So I used 2 weeks of federal vacation and 2 weeks of my own, which means I didn't get a summer vacation with my family last year. And unfortunately, the same thing is probably going to happen this year. I'm not going to be able to spend much of the summer holidays with my kids because I'm going to be on course, doing my promotional course. So I will be doing some other types of workout. This week I'm just going to be on the exercise bike. So next week we're going to do some kind of like circuit training. We'll do some weights again today. Nothing major. Again, working small, getting bigger. But right now, just taking it easy. Does Canada have its own JROTC program? Yeah, it sort of does. We do have our own officer cadet program. Well, 38 of you have decided to join me today, so thank you. I appreciate you being here. Hopefully some of you are working out. Morning, Ash. It's not my birthday, Chevy. Do you think I should stay in? Stay in where? The military? 21XL, explain more. Whew. Which workout are you doing right now? Right now, I'm doing a doesn't really have a name, it just says intensity level 7. So it's just like a chart. I guess it's a ramp up, peak, plateau, and then cool down. So, and I'm on level 7 of 10. So I'm a little pushing. I'm a little harder than I was yesterday. And we're only going to be going for around about 15 more minutes. And then we're going to be doing some upper body. My father was military in the Philippines. Good for him, man. Does Canada have an equivalent to the glass house in the armed forces? Yes. We call it Club Ed. You don't want to go there, trust me. It's like Colchester. You don't want to go there. Stay in the good books, folks. Remember, once you join the military, you're under military law as well. So behave yourselves. Don't go to the glass house. Don't go to Colchester. Don't go to Club Ed. Stay as far away from it as possible. Be good troops. And we're not all perfect. I myself cannot say I'm a perfect troop. But I try my best to stay within the realms of the law. Because that's what we're here to do. Be good citizens. I'm doing my part. Doing visit to military airbase. No, I won't be. Not answering that question, baby Triceratops. Does it make sense working out like you want to join the military if you want to enlist in the country police service? Of course. The police and the military have very similar ethos. You know, fitness is high. Got to maintain a high level of fitness and readiness at all times. How are you meant to overcome or subdue someone who's aggressive to you if you can't even run 1.5 miles without burning out? So yeah, a lot of upper body too. You know, I've applied for the police service in Canada before. Unfortunately, it just wasn't for me. And the fitness testing you do is a lot of sort of not high intensity but high explosive strength exercise tests. So you hold on to a beam and you push it in and push it out. It's got a weight attached to it. You got to move to the left and move to the right, and it's as if you're trying to handcuff someone and they're struggling. They create an exercise to test if you can do that. So if you're going to be a cop, make sure your upper body is pretty good to go, or you're going to have a hard time, right? There's no point trying to be a cop if you can't subdue or take down An assailant. How does reserves affect your family schedules? Horribly. It horribly affects my family schedules. I barely get to see the kids, especially when I'm on a course like this. Like I said, look a bit chubby, Matsimus. Oh, thank you there, Roland. I appreciate it. I wonder what you're doing right now, Mr. Six-Pack. Yeah, no, it does affect, it definitely affects, you know, having a family life with kids, because I'm on this course on weekends. Barely get to see them. I see them after work in the week. And, you know, I get to see them when I'm most grouchy or tired, you know, not when I'm happy. Finish work, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, mentally fed up. And, you know, they want to play and hang out. And of course I do, but it'd be nicer to hang out and play with them when I'm not coming straight in from work exhausted every week. Having a break on the weekend and chilling with them. The weather here has been horrible the last 2 months. We've had horrible cold, a lot of snow. So that's been kind of hard because everybody has to stay inside. And when you stay inside, everybody gets cabin fever, miserable. You know, don't get enough vitamin D. The sun is important. And in Canada, the winter blues are really a thing. Well, I'm not kidding. It gets so cold, we can't go outside as much. We don't get enough sun exposure. And people get miserable. It's a real thing. And that happens even with kids, you know. They get minus 29 out with wind chill of minus 38. Kids aren't supposed to go out in that. So we have to keep them indoors, or sometimes venture to the play park that we have in the town here. And that's a nightmare. But it keeps the brains active, keeps them active, but then you go to those play centres, and being that it's this time of year in the winter, all the kids are sick, they climb all over the equipment, germs spread like wildfire. You bring the kids home, 2 days later, kids are sick. So you're in like an endless spiral of sickness and depression in winter. Water break. When was your longest deployment? My longest deployment was in Afghanistan for 7 months. My longest training exercise was 3 months in Poland. Whew. Well, we've burned 193 calories, and we've been going for 17 minutes. So we've got 5 more minutes to go. Feel the burn, my dude. Thanks, man. Oh, so we're talking about love in the stream. Oh goodness, it's getting to that point. Did you ever spend a long time in Germany? How was your time there? It's black. I was posted to Germany pretty much my entire career. So once I completed my basic training, my trade training, and then my driving school, I was deployed to Fallingbostel, Germany, and I stayed there pretty much throughout my entire career, and then got posted from there. That was my home unit. We're not talking about love, Matt. Yeah, so I love Germany. It was a lot of fun. A lot of drinking. It was a blast. I had some of the best times of my life there. It was absolutely amazing. I do miss it, you know. A lot of people from my unit there, miss them. It was a great posting. It was amazing. A lot of life experience living in a new country. A lot of soldiers, they don't have any interest when I was in traveling. They all wanted to stay at home and drive home to their family every night. I joined the army. Like, no offense, but if I wanted to see my family every night, I would have gone and worked at Pizza Hut and driven home every day to see them. For me, it was, I'm joining the army, I'm getting out there. Like, send me wherever you want it to send me. Get me away from the norm. Get me into a new lifestyle, new regime. new experience, and Germany was amazing. Like, I learnt so much. Everything but the language. Are your kids sleeping now? Yes, they are. It is 5:30 in the morning. Everybody's still awake. It was hard for me to get up this morning. It was really hard. I was tempted to be like, no, I'm not doing it. And then I thought of you guys, and I was like, no, I have to. When you were in, did Mrs. Matsimus come with you to everywhere? No. Mrs. Matsimus did not come with me anywhere. We did long distance from Germany to Canada, so she never moved anywhere with me. And I never would have wanted that either. I never wanted to be a pad guy. I know what that life does to people. So no. It was just me, living in the block with the boys. Feels bad, man. "43 people are here hanging out with me today. Well, thank you all for being here. Matt, you're doing this again. Don't forget your drink. Christopher, I got it today. I didn't forget it. Have I ever brought my kids to this show? No. Why would I do that? I don't involve my family with my online life, my online world. Has to be that divide. In fact, let's just do that in case they start waking up and coming down the stairs. There we go. Oh yeah, Mrs. Matsimus knows about the channel. See you, Luke. So we've got about 4 more minutes left. Thanks, buddy, I appreciate that. Armor 4, that would be fun. Do you teach your kids about the military? No, they're too young. There's nothing to teach them. You know, I explain to them what I do, but you know, not one of those parents is going to force their kids to join the military. Would I go on the show Strictly Come Dancing? No. Opinions of carrying weights in rucksack having for fitness. Yeah, go for it. Just don't overdo it. Don't ever overdo it with weights in your ruck. And try not to dead weight it. Like, don't just put weights in there. You should try and pack your ruck with items that are heavy but like expandable. Like, you know, a couple of sleeping bags with weights inside them instead of just a ruck with 3 weights in. Dead weight is not good. It'll bounce, shock load your back. Yeah, ruck marches are definitely a good way to go. If you do it properly though, don't overdo it, don't be silly. You really hurt yourself if you do ruck marches wrong. If you've never done them before, there's lots of videos online. Make sure you do it safely. You can really hurt your knees and your back. Take it easy. Is doing push-up with weights on your back a good idea or not? Yeah, it is. It just depends on how you're doing it. And if you're used to it, you know, if you don't normally do that, maybe take it easy. What's your opinion on the British Army allowing women into frontline roles? I have no problem with it. You know, as long as they can do the job, who cares? I'm over it. I'm over that discussion. You know, there's so much hatred at the moment for that stuff, and I can't really talk about it too much, but it's enough. Let's get over it, guys. It's happening whether you like it or not. If they can complete the job and do it properly, who cares? So that's just my opinion. Women can't do the job. See, and this is where I have to bow out. Unfortunately, I can't discuss stuff like this, being that I'm serving in the military right now. What's your favourite type of military drill that you do have done? I've just started learning rifle drill. With the Canadian military, I've started learning. I've begun training where I have to actually, in my promotion, of course, lead or train troops how to do rifle drill with a Canadian C7A2 rifle. So that's been interesting because I've never done it before properly, because I skipped basic training with the Canadian military because of my British service, so I had to kind of relearn stuff on my own. So that's been interesting. A lot different than that of the British Army. So okay, so we're done here. 25 minutes. We burnt 280 calories. Not much. As I said, this is really supposed to be a low-key ramping up training style. What is the basic rifle of the Canadian military? The C7A2 5.56mm rifle. Took her to a date. She brought a boyfriend. Oh man, sounds like a girl problem. Hey Vargas. The green gun, yeah. A bit of a cool down here. It's cooling down for 25 seconds. Thoughts on potential history? I think he's way too biased against the Axis. You know, it's hard to say. I mean, he's a fantastic YouTuber, a lot better than me. People can be biased. You don't have to be this open-ended, neutral party on YouTube. I don't think that's how it should work. If you are hooked into the way that you believe something, then why not, right? If he doesn't believe the Axis is the best, or have the best vehicle, equipment, tactics, whatever, that's his opinion. And sometimes we don't have to bow down to everyone else's neutrality. I'm very neutral in my channel. You know, I try my best to be. I'm sure sometimes I get a little biased in my old channel too. But I try my best to be neutral in the content I bring, because I'm not a subject matter expert. He is a subject matter expert. He clearly knows a lot about history and World War II history. I don't. It's not my realm. It's my weakness, if anything. I know very little of World War II tactics, equipment, history, honestly, and it's kind of embarrassing, but I don't. But it doesn't interest me. Whereas modern military equipment does. But at the same instance, I'm not a subject matter expert. I don't know everything. So how can I be biased towards something if I don't know the facts or the information about it? So, you know, I kind of see where you're at. You know, his channel may side towards one way, but people are allowed to do that. In today's society, everybody thinks that we're supposed to be this open-ended, neutral mind where we, you know, have to be open to interpretation and different opinions. It's like, no. If you feel that you like that way and you like that opinion, then stick to it. You know, that's how I see it. Okay, well, that's us done. Ooh, my foot is stuck. We're going to do a little bit of upper body now. So, just have a drink. And when I say a little bit, I do mean a little bit. Just wait for my machine to break down here. Cool down. There you go. It saves my workouts. I'm not too sure what it's doing when it saves my workouts or where it's going, that data. But I'm kind of intrigued. So maybe another day we'll figure out where that data is going. We can start doing some comparison maybe. Okay. So today we're going to be doing some shoulders. I guess not so much shoulders, more sort of lats. So, yesterday we did curls, right? Today we're just going to do straight lifts up to the chin, or chin lifts I like to call them. Okay, and everybody has their own opinion on how to do things. This is the way I train, or have trained in the past, and it works quite well. So, we're going to do sets of 20, so here we go. And just so you know, There is 55 pounds on here. We'll do 3 sets of 20, and then we'll work on something else. And like I said, the training sessions that I'm going to be doing, we're going to try our best to kind of do cardiovascular for now, and later on, when I'm a little bit more refined, we'll go back to doing more upper body. Because there's no point just doing cardiovascular and neglecting your upper body. It's not going to do you any favors. So 39 of you are still here. I'm not too sure why or how, but you are, so I appreciate you all. Patton is my least favourite Allied general. A lot of people say that. It's interesting. A lot of people I've met have said that Patton is their worst military general. Hello, Emil Lima. So, shake it off. I'm going to do 20 more. Okay, here we go. 20 more. There we go. A set of 20. We'll do 20 more after this. And that was interesting. I don't know if you've seen it, but there's a documentary on YouTube that was from the British TV show Channel 4. I think it was Channel 4. And it was about the Royal Marines basic training. And it's a good show. I finished the last episode last night. It goes through all 32 weeks of Royal Marines commando training, and a documentary of the troops going through it, and it's really impressive. You know, it's an amazing show. When you think about what the Royal Marines do for their training, it's pretty intensive. I know a lot of people say like the US Marine Corps is intensive. The US Marine Corps is, but it's very disciplinary, rigid and intense. Like the shouting and the routine I find is a lot more intense. But if you actually look at the physical fitness routine of what the US Marine Corps does compared to the Royal Marines, it's night and day, folks. And I'm just being honest here. That's not being biased because I'm British. Watch that documentary and you'll know what I'm talking about. Okay? The kind of PT that the Royal Marines do is beyond all level of comprehension when it comes to intensity. It's crazy. Like, they really do go hardcore. Hello, Michael Riviera. Do your best Queen's Guard impression. Do your best Queen's Guard impression. I don't know if I can do that. You've seen the Royal Marine documentary, what Chris Terrell does. I don't know who that is. Good set. Hey Matt, I'm having problems with my decision on the army and all. I feel shit. Now I'm going to have to leave my friends behind. Buddy, honestly, your friends would probably just as easily leave you behind than you would leave them. Don't live your life worrying about leaving your buddies. They're always going to be there if they like you as a friend. They're always going to be there when you get back. If they can't respect you enough to say that you want to leave and join the military and that's what you want to do, and they're like, nah, I don't want to know you anymore, they're probably not your friends very much, or not true friends. You know, I have friends who I know who I could call up right now. I haven't spoken to them for 10 years, and they'd be here in an instant if I needed them. Within reason, of course, being in Canada, but you'll make new friends, pal, in the military. You'll make new buddies, you'll make new friends. Don't live your life ball and chained to other people. That's not how you should live it. So we're going to do 20 more. We're going to do 20 more repetitions of this one, and then that's us done for the day. Remember, like I said, starting small, getting bigger. So this week is low intensity. Next week we'll maybe ramp it up a little bit, depending on how much energy I have after this weekend course and the rest of my work week. So 20 more. Here we go. There we go. All done, folks. That's us for the stream today. Another fitness session. Surprised I even made it to day 2. Thank you all for being here today. We still have 41 of you here that have joined me on the stream. If you're watching this in the past, thanks for hanging out. We're going to be doing another one. We'll be doing this every day this week until Friday, when I have to disappear on course, and then we'll try our best to start again next Monday, going through the week again. If you're enjoying these streams, please let me know in the comment section. If you want me to do anything particular or any kind of fitness, I'll try my best, but at the end of the day, I'm just starting low-key. You know, all of you are like, that's easy, I can do that, I'm a lot fitter than you. You know, I'm not the fittest in the world, but I could probably guarantee I could probably outrun most people who watch my streams. Pretty good runner, although I don't feel that way right now. My fitness isn't bad, it's just not where I want it to be. So we're going to take it easy. There's no point going in it headstrong and burning myself out. I'm going to take it nice and slow, take it easy. Within probably another month or 2, we'll do a lot more intensity. And when I mean intensity, we'll really ramp it up. We'll get off the exercise bike. We'll do some more sort of heavy duty exercises, some circuit training on stream. We'll even maybe I'll get myself an old second-hand treadmill. We'll do some rock marches and some sort of tack vest, chest rig runs. So yeah, we'll see how we go. And thank you all for hanging out with me today. Really appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow morning for another stream if you want to come hang out. I strongly encourage you to get out there and do your own fitness. It doesn't have to be long, it doesn't have to be much. Just do half an hour. Literally, just do half an hour of training. It can be a walk, like walk the dog. Do 100 push-ups a day. Do 100 sit-ups a day. Do something that you can set yourself as a goal. You know, today I did half an hour of the exercise bike and 60 reps of chin-ups with the bar. That's not much, it's really not, but it's something. It's something to get my heart rate up, something to get the blood flowing, and something to get me some endorphins for the rest of the day, which I know may not sound like much, but you do fitness in the morning and you go to work or school, you're going to feel more energized than if you just got up groggy and went straight into the shower and got ready for work. Trust me on this. Your body reacts well to exercise. It feels better once you've done it. It may not feel like it is, but trust me, the chemical composition of your body will internally feel better without you even knowing it from doing PT. So just think about that for a second. Take some time in your day, look after your body. You only have one of them. You only have one chance to look after it. You know, it's literally keeping you alive and your brain alive. If you don't look after your body, your brain's going to suffer. You know, too much sugar, you're going to be groggy and tired. I'm having that problem. Way too much sugar, and it's killing me. Literally killing me. It's like poison. I love sugar. I'm addicted to it. And I gotta cut it down because I'm doing too much sugar intake. I'm getting tired. I'm getting groggy, and it's not good. I need to quit it because it's literally going to cause me issues. And I know a person the other day who was just diagnosed with diabetes. One of the fittest guys I've ever known, just drinks and eats too much sugar. Like it's killing him slowly, extremely slowly, but it does. To a barrel roll. I'm not doing barrel rolls. So thank you everyone again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it. Be back tomorrow morning if you want to come hang out. Bring your own exercise bike. Do some push-ups as we stream. I don't care what you do. Just try your best to improve your body and improve yourself without the cliche me. But you know, it's just a good thing. Anyway, that's it everyone. All the best and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.